In my past, especially during my addiction, I looked at routines and schedules as boring, robotic, and frankly unattainable. So I left my schedule wide open with no real routine for my days. I thought having no responsibility was exactly what I wanted, but in reality, my drinking and using simply came before almost every responsibility, and my only real dedication was to my addiction. After some time in recovery, I realized that flying by the seat of my pants was no longer working for me. As I began creating more routines in my life, I soon realized that I had even more freedom and much less dangerous idle time on my hands. So in this video, let's look at our top 7 tips for creating a solid recovery routine that works for you. Using a calendar and reminders for your routine is a must, especially in the beginning. Without a calendar, it can be all too easy to double book yourself or even completely forget about tasks or appointments. This will lead to feelings of guilt, stress, and confusion, which is not where we want to live in early recovery. So start using the calendar on your phone, download one of the many free apps, or even use a handwritten day planner that you can carry with you. My calendar not only keeps me organized, but it releases a huge amount of stress from my life as I no longer need to memorize every obligation. Certain activities should be your main priority and rarely missed or rescheduled, like recovery meetings, work, school, family time, and exercise. These priority events will be the pillars of your routine, so schedule them in first or make them reoccurring events, which will make planning around them much easier. If you have certain challenging work tasks or unpleasant duties like going to the dentist, DMV, or paying bills, try to do them earlier in the day or week rather than later. I found getting my difficult tasks out of the way early removes my procrastination and I don't spend my time unnecessarily worrying about them. Following a routine doesn't mean we have to be go, go, go all of the time. So be sure to schedule in downtime, especially if you lead a busy lifestyle. If you don't allow yourself adequate rest, eventually you can end up burnt out, resentful at yourself or others, or start giving up on your healthy habits. So schedule in rest time each day or even a day of the week that is just for you to give yourself the recharge you need. For me, Sunday is my rest and recharge day. I usually spend some time in nature, have dinner with friends or family, go to my favorite recovery meeting, and watch a movie. This sets me up to be energized, grateful, and ready for the week to come. Correctly learning to say yes and no is a valuable skill when creating a routine and schedule, but it's not always easy. I used to feel obligated to almost any request and would say yes to everything in fear of missing out on something fun, fear of hurting someone's feelings, or fear of looking like I couldn't handle what was asked of me. Eventually, this led to being overbooked, overwhelmed, and very upset with myself. So I had to begin asking myself a few questions when presented with a request or opportunity. Would this activity be good for my recovery or jeopardize it? Am I only saying yes so I won't hurt this person's feelings or look bad? Does this fit into my schedule without getting in the way of my main responsibilities? Do I need to make a decision right now or can I think about it for a while? The ability to honestly answer these questions will evolve over time as we go through the process of getting to know ourselves. So don't worry if you find yourself confused about a decision. Just do your best to follow your intuition or reach out to someone in your support system for their advice and guidance. When it comes to our routine, we need to remain flexible, but not too flexible. There are countless valid reasons for adjusting your routine. So remain committed, but don't jeopardize your recovery, relationships, or good old-fashioned fun by being too strict with yourself. On the other hand, if you find yourself frequently blowing off your routine for any opportunity that comes up, you might need to reevaluate your priorities and take a good look at what's important to you and your recovery. As with anything in your life, remaining adaptable is key. You may find when creating your routine you put too much or too little on your schedule, or you may find your habits evolving and your interests changing over time. This is perfectly normal, so don't chisel your schedule in stone. Try things out for a while, see how they feel, and adapt accordingly. Eventually, you will find the routine that works best for you. Next, as you might have already guessed, we have a recovery action plan for you to begin building your own daily and weekly schedule. We're going to look at the many healthy ideas and activities we've discussed in the previous section and start incorporating these into your very own recovery routine. We are super proud of you for making it this far and taking this huge step in your recovery. So click on the recovery action plan and let's get started taking action.